Hello, everybody. Welcome to the fan cams. After the Blues cruise through to another win in the preseason, and we wrap up the 2026 preseason with a 15-point victory over Geelong. It was 13 goals, 886 to 11 goals, 571, and that'll do us. We are ready for the real stuff to start. That's what we're ready for now. And therefore, we are also ready for the fan cams. So I'm sure a lot of you have a lot to talk about when it comes to what we just saw. It's been a pretty positive week, full of different news, and I'm sure that we're going to get through all of it. If you'd like to call into the fan cams, please do. I would love to hear from as many of you as possible, whether it's about this game tonight, whether it's about preseason as a whole, whether it's about things that you're seeing. I would love to get your thoughts. I'm going to put the link into the chat right now. I'll put it in there a couple of times. But yeah, please feel free to call in and share all of your thoughts. Make sure I haven't missed anything here. What is this? Alistair Short Jagger Smith is my dad. Yeah, I think Jagger Smith might get a run on the fan cams tonight. I think there'll be some excitement about Jagger Smith tonight. But yeah, let's begin. Let's bring in some guests. We'll start with Travis. Hello, mate.
Hello, Terry. First time this year.
Welcome, mate. Welcome to 2026.
Thanks for having me. Tonight, loved the even contribution from everybody. It was amazing to see. I could sit and talk about Jagger like everybody else, but I'm going to reserve that for everybody else. We all know how he's going to perform this year. He's going to do really good. I loved his slickness tonight. So, yeah. I want to first point out a couple of other players that I just want to give a bit of love to, before they might be put on the back burner a bit. Cooper Lord, loved his ferocity tonight. His attack on the ball, attack on the opponent. He looks ready. He looks ready to go into the middle. Like, he looks more primed for it now.
Yeah. Well, I mean, obviously we had the news of Adam Chera from last week, who hurt his hamstring, and I think the conversation this week, a lot of it was about key position depth. We don't really have it as such, but the midfield's a bit different. There are a few options, and the Adam Chera one's disappointing, but a guy like Cooper Lord, as you mentioned, I mean, he might just slot in and take those minutes and flourish.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, he amazed me. I was keeping my eye on these certain other players, and it was the even contribution between everyone. I liked Chess. He popped up a couple of times. And also I loved a bit of Reedy as well. And one more player I want to point out is Ollie Hollins. We've got to give love to Ollie. He cops a lot of flack. Sometimes I've been one to critique him in the past few years, like how he sometimes would lack awareness and that. But tonight, like, he got out in open space. He relieved pressure. He found, like, the space moving forward, attacked forward, and that. I reckon with Elijah back and raring to go again and having redeemed himself a little bit, I reckon the two of the brothers, the Hollins brothers, they're going to be superb this year. Absolutely superb. It's super impressive.
I mean, love your thoughts on Ollie, but just on Elijah, we were talking about it pre-game, the fact that he was named on the half back line, and the question was, will he actually play that role, or are they just playing some funny buggers with team selection? But there was a good chunk of that game where he did play behind the ball, that defensive rotation, pushing up onto the wing, and even streaming forward and being an option for goal. He's fit.
The first half, I noticed that they had him actually, half-back flank, and he did do a lot of intercept work. So it did surprise me a little bit. But I suppose in the preseason, there's a lot of experimenting that we're allowed to do. And I don't mind for it. It makes us more versatile. We're looking to be more dynamic. We're looking to be more flexible with the way we rotate players around. And I reckon, yeah, it's something worth a shot. Maybe it won't be permanent. Maybe it'll be usually around the middle and towards half forward. But yeah, it's something worth the shot tonight. And I liked it, especially with our range of defenders, sitting on the sidelines and that. So I don't mind seeing that. I just want to, I won't leave it too long because I've got a whole heap of other fans that you've got to get contact with, Terry, but we've got to talk about the elephant in the room, and it's not necessarily anything to do with our players and how well we performed, even though it was great tonight, but it's that ruck rule, that centre line rule. I don't know who was smoking what, who spiked whoever's punch, but whoever came up with that rule, they need to be kicked out to the curb. That has to be the worst rule change I have seen in my time watching footy. Not only you're putting rucks further at risk of knee knocks and knee injuries, like as evident tonight with Shannon Neal. I pray that it's not as bad as it seemed, but it like that first infringement with Pitternet in the third quarter. What was he to do? What was he to do? The ball landed like right behind the coning. He had like it right in his hand. He kicked it forward and he got infringed because 1 foot was over the center line. Like, what was he to do?
Yeah.
That was a stinker. That is an absolute stinker.
Yeah, the rule is the rule, but the enforcement of it tonight, I mean, yeah, Pito was super stiff there. Like, he's got a knee coming at him. He's just getting out of the way. I don't know. I have a feeling we'll need at least a month or two of adjustment when the regular season starts before we get that one right. True, Terry. One more thing before I let you go. Just a little bit of useless trivia. Trivia, but it's quite interesting because I kind of notice it. We all know Sam Walsh, right? Signed an 8-year contract yesterday, made into the news and that. 8's a funny number here, but we also know he's growing out his hair a bit. Kind of reminiscent. It gives me vibes of Bryce Gibbs circa 2014. Yes. When
he started growing the hair out. He had the band around his head. And we all know how Gibber performed that year, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. BNF. Career best year, but like, and there was a game that defined that year for him. That was that Geelong match on Friday night where he kicked 4 goals and that. And yeah, I never seen him play better than that. But yeah, no pressure, Walshy. No pressure, Walshy. The parallels here. Yeah. Also, the fact that year, as we all know, Walshy's entering his 8th season. Bryce Gibbs 2014, that was his 8th season. So, yeah, perhaps it's a good omen. Or then again, It could be pressure on him. No pressure.
Let's see how it plays out, mate. Thanks for calling in.
Yeah, awesome. Okay, I'll let you go, Terry, and let you speak to some other happy blue baggers.
All right, so, mate, take care. See ya.
No worries. Thank you, Terry. Go Blues.
Go Blues. Speaking of Sam Walsh, I don't know how many of you who are watching right now are on Twitter, but John Ralph was ready, fingertips on the phone, ready to talk about the $10 million deal when Sam Walsh went off early in the game with the knock to his ribs or his back. So much so, like within seconds, I'm going to read you out this tweet from John Ralph. He has put himself right in the spotlight. Public enemy number 1. John Ralph, seconds after the little knock that Sam Walsh had. Sam Walsh goes into the rooms with the physio only seconds into his new $10 million deal in the Cats clash! ! Complaining of a rib or upper back issue. Just ready. The media are ready. They're ready. Anytime Walsh will go down this year, they're ready to launch into the contract. Anyway, let's go to the other side of the world because Paul from the UK is calling in. Hello, Paul.
Terry, can you hear me? Because I've lost your sound, mate.
I can hear you. Can you still hear me?
I can't hear you.
You can't hear me.
I heard you before, and I heard you with the previous caller. But as soon as the previous caller finished, I lost your sound.
Okay. I will get you to refresh. We'll bring you back in. Can everyone hear me? Or is it just Paul? Good. Okay. All right. Robbie. Hello, sir. Uh-oh. I can't hear you now. Oh my God.
Bruh.
Oh my gosh. I don't know what's happening. I'll bring you out and I'll take you out and bring you back in shortly. Let's go to another one. It could be me. Oh my God, it's John Ralph. Wait, can you hear me right now? Can everyone hear me right now? Okay. Andy?
I can hear you, mate.
Oh. Whew.
It's not safe space Johnny Ralph, that's for sure.
How you doing?
Yeah, good, man. Just chuck the lights on. It's hard to bloody not get sucked into the whole theatrics of winning practice matches, but they just look better. They just look like a better team. But I will say this, I just jumped on the stats for the game and we essentially led every stat. And when you do that in a game, especially against a team like Geelong early in the season, it's basically saying they're not really having a crack. So I think, I guess the big thing for me that I'm looking for, and I said this last week, is just how we move the ball, how we link up, and those things are good. So I just wanted to go back to that Pido call. So the AFL already came out and said they made the wrong call with that Pido one.
Okay, good.
So they've said, yep, got that wrong. Shouldn't have been a free kick. So he did the right thing. The ball dropped. He didn't cross over the line. He just was smarter. So they shouldn't have called it back. So, they're going to get it wrong. But, I mean, Reedy lost about 2 or 3 of them as well. So it's going to be a bit of a learning curve, I think, for everybody. If they do cross over, that you might get a free kick going against you.
On the other way. Hey, 2 practice matches, one against the Lions, one against the Cats. I know it's very soon after the final siren just now, but if you're able to zoom out now and summarize the preseason for Carlton, what comes to mind? Like what were you looking for going into this preseason, and now that it's done, did you see what you wanted to see?
Yeah, I definitely did. It was improvement. I think the whole narrative since all of the turmoil of the trade period was, let's get rid of people that it's too hard for them, that don't want to be here. We cleaned out management staff and coaching staff. We got rid of players or allowed players to leave that probably weren't helping us win. They were more helping themselves win by not wanting to address their shortcomings as players. There's definitely locker room issues with innuendo from other players that have finished up saying, won't miss his complaining and won't miss his bullshit. Again, it's so hard to suggest anything right now because it's preseason, but
yeah.
Is it too much to say that they look like they're playing for one another out in the field?
I think for sure they definitely came out with a purpose and an intent to want to move forward in this preseason. It's pretty clear. I mean, we've also got a buy in round 2, so maybe they're going to be pushing a bit harder, knowing there's a break just around the corner for them. But I think as a whole, if you look at the club, I mean, we fans are no different. We couldn't wait for 2026 to come around and just to be able to move on. And they actually played this preseason with that exact same intensity. There's so many guys that have things to prove to themselves, to their teammates. So many guys that need to respond from poor years. There's new guys in the club that want to impress their new environment, and everyone just seems to be wanting to make a good first impression for 2026. And look, in the next 4 to 5 weeks, we're going to see if what we saw in the preseason matches up with the same intensity and execution, of course. But we can only move and judge things in the moment as the moments arrive.
Yeah, for sure. And like the main thing I was looking for is just playing a modern style game and improving on what it looked like last year. And in the back of the end of the season, you know, like we didn't win every game, but we started winning games. And it wasn't because we were playing this beautiful style of football. The football game plan was still very average, but they were at least having a crack. Whereas now we've brought in players that can help you change your game plan and move the ball a bit smoother. And, you know, that's what I wanted to see this preseason was, can we start to modernize our game style? And the answer for me is yes, we can, because we've got guys now that can, you know, they can take shorter kicks. You like Jagger Smith's weighted kicks. It's like the Bont, you know, like the Bont doesn't kick the ball and try to put it through the back of your head. He puts it just in front of you for you to catch it easily and mark it easily. That's what Jagger Smith does. He puts it he puts it in an area for you to mark it, not trip over yourself and have to really scrap for it, you know. And we haven't had that in a long time. So
he is exactly the type of player in the middle of the ground that we have needed, because we've got ball winners.
yeah,
No doubt about it. Great. I would say great. Some of the best. I don't want to talk too much about where we are the best in the league, but I think we are one of the best teams in the league at winning the ball. No issue there. It's clearly the ball use. And yeah, the way that he just has composure and finds a target. Now, the intensity and the pressure from the opposition is going to lift, because I don't think Geelong applied as much pressure anywhere near what they will be in the season. So there's still more layers to come. But yeah, if he's able to translate what we saw tonight into the real season, when the defensive pressure lifts from the opposition, then it'll hopefully continue.
I think the big thing is he's clearly, you know, an outstanding player, not just with his skills, but with his IQ. The IQ is something that I think we lack as well. And I don't even look at him tonight. I'm looking at a player like Hollins. I mean, Ainsworth didn't get much game time today. It looks like he was only on the field, but for a quarter. But how he uses his head, not always just his body and his skills. So it's that decision making as well that I think's held us back over the last few years. And we've got 4 or 5 now that are actually really intelligent footballers, and they all sort of start at the back. So, you know, you've got your Florence, your Harry Deans, then it links up in the middle where you got your Jagger Smith. Sam Walsh is just a gut runner, so he uses that ability. Then it goes to Ainsworth, then it goes to Hayward, you know, and then you got little bloody pick 45 Taylor Burns, who is just goal smarts and just wants to kick goals. And you know, we could argue our small forwards in the last bloody 5 years, they just don't know how to hit the scoreboard consistently. And you see him come out and he's just barreling through players and kicking goals that you should kick. But, you know, so for me, it's just like we've addressed a lot of our issues. And hopefully, you know, they just keep powering forward. I think Pido again, like I say, second week in a row, like he looked great on the field. Like he just first use, he was getting clearances. He took some marks. Yeah, he gave away some free kicks, but I think he was, you know, really stood tall for us today.
He is. That's it. This is the best condition I've ever seen Mark Pitternet.
Yeah.
He's in super condition. He looks super fit. Ran out the game well. I said this last week. I don't expect Mark Pitternet to get a lot of the ball. I think people judge him through this lens of almost like Grundy and DeConing, and it's like he needs to do this and this around the ground. But for me, it's what he does in the right contests that allows his midfielders to flourish. And we've got a good chunk of them there. But if I'm just looking, I'm trying to get his game up now. Where was
He
he?
got a lot of the ball.
He had
I
16
think people
touches.
I think
Yeah,
people
32 hit
with I
outs.
think people with the rule changes have gotten really worried that if you don't have like a really acrobatic and aerobic ruckman like a Tom DeConning, that your team can't function. But you saw Pito tonight. He has got good ruck craft, and he uses. I think the key for our team is, and Vossi said it a few times, is like use your strengths. So if you're not the fastest player, at least be good at blocking and putting on blocks and being good in tackles. And like if you can't jump 50 feet in the air, well, all right, no worries, but you can do other things. What else are you good at? Don't worry about what you're not good at. Worry about what you're good at. And it looks like our team is sort of really honing into that. And again, it's way too early to tell. We could come out round one and look garbage, but I don't know. I think I've seen enough to think that. Now, I think this is sort of the start of the season is the most average you're going to be. And as the season rolls on, you develop your game plan, your players, continuity and familiarity with each other. So if this is the base, it's a really good base. So yeah, no, I'm really happy with what I've saw. I'm glad that they've got the wins, and the big thing, the curse word of injury. We've lost Motlop. That sucks, but it looks like everyone else is going to be somewhat okay outside of the players that are already on the sidelines. At least we won't lose them for half the year. We might lose them for 2 or 3 games. So we're not in a bad position now. We just need to get through to round 0 and away we go. I'll make one comment, Terry, and I always try to make a comment that'll fire up the chat, but I'm not a big fan of wasn't a big fan of the 5-year Chera deal. I thought that was really a silly thing to do for our club. But what I will say is, in my opinion, Cooper Lord has gone past Adam Chera.
I think it's very early, but fair. That's your opinion.
From what I've seen last year, him tagging the best mids, his grunt, his his tenacity, work ethic, how he can I guess the big thing, availability is your best friend, his durability.
That's true.
I just think he's going to be a really important player for us, and I think I'm expecting big things for him this year. Just every time I see him play, I'm just like, my God, this guy he doesn't stop. He just contests the contest and lines them up. So I think as bad as it is to see Chera go down, I think we've got one in Cooper Lord. So
awesome. All right, mate. Thank you very much for calling in.
Good night.
See ya. Let's try Paul again and then Robbie. So Paul in the UK.
Can't hear you again, Terry. I can't hear you again. What is?
You can't hear me again? Hang on. Wow, I don't know what's going on there, mate.
Everybody else, but I can't now. I can't hear you. I don't know what the problem is, mate.
Hang on.
I'll tell you what. I'll try. I'll try. Coming back on my phone, see if that's any different. But we'll try again.
Robbie.
I can hear you, mate. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Oh, beautiful. We've worked it out. Damn it.
Whew.
I wanted to hear Paul, but that's all right. I'll get in first.
I want to hear Paul as well, but we'll get to Paul. We'll figure it out one way or another.
Yeah, fantastic. Hey, mate, what a great win. And honestly, for any of the killjoys that are going, it's a practice match. Nah, fuck them. Fuck you. This was like nobody goes soft in a practice game. Fair enough. It is a practice game, and no one's going to 110%. But it's real. Geelong have got players who want to prove themselves. Brisbane have got players who want to play themselves, who want to prove themselves on the fringe, right? This is real, okay? Yes, it's not a regular season game, and yes, Geelong are the kings of managing a season, but this is real, right? I just want to call out. I just made some notes here. George Hewitt, my God, no one's mentioned him, man. Fucking hell, that first half, it was his ball. He must have wrote his name on the ball, man. Like, are you kidding me? Georgie Hewitt fucking owned the game. It was his game. That was incredible. Particularly, and like obviously Jagger's just the play we needed, and respect also to our recruitment guys. Back last year, if you recall, they actually said, because they had the spy camera in the room at the time, and they record the comments. I think they only play them post the draft, so it's not compromised. But they even said if they got number one, they wouldn't have picked Sam Lawler. They would have picked Jagger Smith. And obviously, time will tell whether Sam Lawler and Jagger Smith is better. But we don't need a Sam Lawler. Sam Lawler's like he's a chunky beast. We already have plenty of. We need Jagger Smith, as you said. He's the dancer. He's the guy that's got
surgeon. We needed a surgeon, someone that could pinpoint. And to be honest, I don't even know if it was a Sam Lawler, Jagger Smith. It was more so. The move was: do you go and get Dan Houston, or do you look to the future?
Correct.
That's the one. And I don't remember who it was, but I remember I had a pretty good, healthy debate live on a show once, and the guy was like, "No, we should have gone after Houston." And I mean, time will tell. Jagger's still got a lot of footy ahead of him, and he's played 2 practice matches. But yeah, I just think for the future of the club, I'm glad the club looked ahead.
But right now we have an 18-year-old Jagger Smith or 19-year-old, I don't know how old he is, versus a 28-year-old Houston, who didn't have a good year last year. Now, he might prove us wrong, but I don't know, in an aging team, or a team, sorry, I shouldn't say aging team, in a team of some high-level players that are in the high 20s, to have someone of that vintage and coming in and doing, I don't know what it is, 37 possessions or thereabouts, man, that's crazy. And then you double that down with Cody Walker next year. That's gone.
Let's try and move away from individuals and get more to the team, right? So one thing I noticed tonight, well, last week, and then I thought I noticed it even more tonight. I think the switching of the play and the use of the width of the ground, I think it was pretty noticeable tonight, even more than last week. Even when we didn't score from it, I think that second quarter was a pretty low-scoring game. Do you think this is part of the evolution of the game style, being a little bit more? I think you mentioned the word IQ, and so did Andy. Do you think utilizing more of the footy IQ as opposed to just being so focused on getting that ball inside 50 as quick as we can?
There was definitely times where the ball slowed, they stopped, and hit a target, like a mid-target. And actually, one thing, just as an aside, I noticed there was this weird thing of them calling no 15, where like from the TV it looked like it was 15, but I'm okay with that because we hit the target. Again, we just kept possession until we were able then to effectively kick a shot into 50, which is one of the most critical things we've had over the last few years, is this crazy bombing into these supposed big targets we've got, where teams are obviously set up to rebound from that, and they use that against us. So the IQ was definitely there, far more. And you could see that. There are times where we're open, I'm like, what the fuck is this? We're open? What? This is not Carlton. What's going on here? It was beautiful. And okay, again, in the context of it's a practice match, and Geelong aren't going to be at their defensive best. Yeah, it was absolutely great. Sorry, I know you. Sorry, you said you wanted to go away from players, but sorry, I just made a couple of notes because I do want to call out some players, if that's okay.
Yeah, go for it.
Boydie, like obviously you've talked about how Boydie's sort of been on the outer, but man, he was back. Like he was in, and that accurate kicking that people have said he's in for, that was there. And that link up was fantastic. Pito, man, TDK who? TDK who? Fuck you, TDK. You can go and fuck yourself. You're a fucking overpaid nonce, mate. Look at fucking Pito. Fuck you. I hope he kills you when he plays in Kilda. And Lewis Young, man, Lewis Young, yes. You know what? We missed him, but Lewis Young, what a fucking backup. What a fucking backup. Ollie Florent, did he smash it tonight or what? Sorry, that's like, he's just crazy. He was crazy tonight. Like, fucking hell. I'm going through this list. Ainsworth, and you know what? And there was, really actually, and Walshy, my God, fucking Walt. How about the fucking exclamation mark? They grab it from the middle, fucking smash it through the middle and kick the goal. Fuck you, everybody. I'm Walsh. I'm the fucking king here. How good was that?
Oh, and you know what?
That scumbag David King at the end of the game, he was commenting going, Geelong Geelong is such a good position play, in such a good position. Fuck you, David King. Man, there was just such good stuff about us tonight.
I just want to show you something. The Walsh goal. I recreated his. Yeah, there it is. It is. Yeah. Gave him the long hair as well. Yeah.
Look, that was just so
Walsh running and carrying, linking up with Cripps, linking up with Jagger. They ran the game out very well, and I think we're well and truly ready for next week. 8 days to go, and as far as I can tell, there were no injuries. I don't know if Francis Evans went off late in that game. I'm not sure if he was hurt or not. But yeah, main thing is they got through healthy, and now we've got 8 days to rest up and get to Sydney.
Yeah, and I'm pumped. Like my only concern, I still think. God, I got here. Ashton Moyer still looks a bit lost. I don't know if that's just he's still young. He's still sort of working out where he needs to be. But yeah, other than that, man, that we look good.
Mm-hmm.
We look good. We look fast.
Well, I love the excitement. I don't think I've ever seen you this excited ever. Actually, I don't. Yeah, you've never been this excited.
I'm so pumped, man. I'm so pumped.
It's good. I love to see it.
All right, mate. Good to talk to you, man.
You too. See ya.
All right, take care.
All right, Paul. We're going to try again. If you, for whatever reason, cannot hear me, then you just go for it and let us know what you saw, and then do a little monologue, and then we'll go from there. But I'm hoping this will work. Can you hear me?
I can hear you, Terry. Hallelujah. How are you, my friend?
I'm well, mate. I'm well. What time is it where you are?
It's 11:30 in the morning here.
Fantastic, mate. Hey, preseason is done, and we are ready for the real stuff.
Yeah, I really enjoyed today. I took today off work, so I've had no distractions, watched the whole game, and can do the fan cams, and I've really enjoyed it. Look, the game wasn't perfect. I don't expect it to be, but to beat both grand finalists in the last 2 weeks, I think speaks volumes of where this club's going, and sets us up, I think, for a really exciting season. And absolutely buzzing for next week now. And we'll look out for you and all the Blue Abroad members on TV in Sydney with your anti-Kerno banners and throwing bananas at him or something. I expect next week.
Paul, I've got a few things that I just need to get off my chest during the game next week. I really do. But I think just bringing it back to us and Carlton, one thing I've definitely noticed about the team really the whole preseason, there's been a real clear focus to move on and move forward and build momentum. And I mean, we've heard the phrases, shift the energy and these sorts of things. You're on the other side of the world, so it can be a bit different for you to experience that. I get to go into the club once a week maybe, and I was there today, for example, watching the VFL, and I feel it. Do you sense it and feel it, even though you are on the other side of the world?
Well, I'm so in touch with the media side with Blue Abroad and a few other sites. So I'm getting content every day, Carlton content. So yeah, I'm well building up for this season, and I just sense that everybody is pulling in the same direction finally. And judging by today's game, there was so many good signs, lots of fluidity. I thought Walshy was absolutely fantastic, and so is Jagger. I think my unsung hero today, without a doubt, was Pittener. I thought he was everywhere, covered so much ground, turned up everywhere contesting the ball. Really pleased with him. That, as your last caller said, that Walshy goal in the fourth quarter was just incredible. If we see one of those in Sydney, it'll bring the house down. It was just brilliant. And I thought Taylor Byrne as well, when we saw him in the fourth quarter, he kicked a cracking goal and he always looks so dangerous. I think, if I'm right, in a disappointing, scrappy second quarter, I think we hit the post twice. So we almost got two more goals. I thought Harry started to come into the game in the second quarter. I thought he was quiet in the first, took some good marks, so started to get involved. I thought Florent was excellent overall. And Dean as well, Harry Dean, really liked the look of him. Took one outstanding mark. I can't remember what quarter it was, when he towered above everybody, took a fabulous mark. Great signs going forward. Really exciting. I can't wait to get on that plane in under 3 weeks' time.
Wow. Under 3 weeks' time.
Yeah. On a plane to Sydney, and then working my way around to Melbourne via a bit of culture trip to Tasmania.
I can't wait to have you here again, mate. When it's real, when the season's well and truly alive, and it's going to be a totally it's all shaping up right now to just be such a different experience to last season, and I'm here for it. I think we all are.
Yeah, absolutely. I'll see two double headers. So we've got VFL both before in rounds 3 and 4. So I get to see VFL at Icon Park before the Melbourne game at the G, and then I get to see the double header with North the week after, VFL at Arden Street, and then the game at Marvel. So absolutely can't wait. I've actually booked tickets to 6 AFL games in just 3 weekends. So the first weekend after I land, I'll be in Sydney. So I'm going off to see the GWS play the Saints. So at NG Stadium. So looking forward to that, to get back into it before the business of the Mighty Blues. But back to today. Really enjoyed it. It was not perfect. The one thing I was a little bit disappointed, there were a few moments again when we kind of hit and hope into the forward 50, and I don't think we actually took any marks when we did that at all. I think Geelong just about snatched everything when we did that. We were much better when we were kicking and handballing it to players, to set up the scoring chances.
It's definitely going to be a work in progress. That's going to take time to iron out. I think even for some reason, when we turn the ball over, it seems to be more dangerous than most. It's just we get punished off. It seems like any turnover that we make, we get punished from it. But I mean, that's what the best teams do. And I know that Geelong had players out, and they're definitely in a different realm and a position to us. I think Carlton we have to prove something. We have to prove something to ourselves, to our fan base, and get everyone on board again. We're in this phase where we need to take every opportunity to put in a good performance and put in a good showing and build belief. Whereas Geelong, they're different. They kind of know that it's a marathon, not a sprint. And I think all things considered, it was really both preseason games. I think it's a real showcase of how you move the ball. I think you have more opportunities offensively in the preseason because the defense isn't as intense as what it would be during the season. But for Carlton, I think that's important because the way that we move the ball is actually part of our issue. I don't actually think, I mean, we can definitely increase our defensive pressure. I don't think we're going to have any issue putting pressure on the ball. Our biggest issue, in my view, is the way we use the ball. So I think from that point of view, the preseason's been a good opportunity to try some new things. And what do we get? We got one injury. We got an Adam Chera hamstring out of the 2 games. So let's see.
Yeah, look, I cannot wait to see Jagger playing. I really can't. And his partnership with Walshy has got me so excited. I can't wait to see it, mate. And
All right.
yeah, absolutely. Buzzing. And hope to see you in a few weeks.
Sounds good, my friend. Take care.
You too. See you, mate.
Bye. All right. I think it's only Carlton. Is he at the stadium? Only Carlton?
I'm still there, yeah.
Where
you hear me?
are you? Yeah.
I'm just at that icon. Like I literally crossed the road.
Oh,
Yeah, no,
amazing.
I'm chill. I haven't left.
Mate, tell me what happened.
We're winning the fucking flag. We're winning the fucking flag. I've seen enough. Like I'm not even sitting here and talking shit. Like I understand it's a preseason game and whatever, but preseason or not, bro, a player like Jagger Smith doesn't move like that. All right, so like Geelong allowed him to move like that. I can't believe what I just fucking saw. Like genuinely, the way he was moving, I've never seen a Carlton player move like that. I don't know if I've just seen shit Carlton players like all my life. The only one I can kind of compare him to was Murphy, but Murphy didn't have that speed, right? Like that quick first step. He does. It's insane. He hits targets. He runs for days. Him and Sam Walsh, bro, they had like 80 touches between them, I'm pretty sure.
Honestly, even from the first quarter, just you could see, Walsh and Cripps and Hewitt linking up, and then anytime they got him the ball, I was writing my notes and I was writing down like this guy is the antidote. Like he's exactly the type of player. I don't want to call him the great white hope and have the Messiah complex. I think we need to find more players like him that have that profile. Modern players, whatever you call them, quick, fleet of foot, quick thinking players. I don't know, whatever you call it. That's the profile. That we need more of them.
Yeah. I mean, it's insane how he comes in and we look like a completely different midfield. Because like last year, I called our midfield one of the worst in the comp because we were so flat-footed. We were like a one-trick pony. But he comes in and he adds something. I don't know if it's speed or if it's class, if it's both. I don't know. But he like elevates the players around him as well.
Yeah, there was a kick. I think it was in the 4th quarter, which was so anti-Carlton. He kicked it like I think he was switching the ball, and he kicked it into the space of where his teammate was, rather than kicking it not where his teammate was, but it was where his teammate was going to be. We just don't have players that move the ball like him. Now, let's see when the intensity of the opposition lifts and the pressure lifts, if he can keep doing it. Because if he can, then we're in for a treat with this kid.
Well, you know what it is as well? It's like if let's say hypothetically, he gets tagged opening round, right? We still have Cripps, we still have Walsh, we still have Hewitt. They all got like 30 plus touches today. Walsh played like 65% time on ground, and he still got 30 touches and a goal. Like
Yeah.
these are like our midfield is actually. I don't know if I'm just being delusional. I don't know if I'm actually just like have crazy recency bias, but we look like a different team. Well, at least a different midfield.
Yeah. Look, if you had told me that by the end of preseason 2026, we would be thinking it already looks different, feels different, I would have taken that.
Yeah.
I would have taken that. So, question is, can we beat Sydney next week?
Fucking oath we can.
Like, can we
Fucking
dare to
oath we
dream?
can.
Or am I getting a little bit, you know?
You're probably asking the wrong person here, bro. But I'm going up. I'm going up for the game. I can't wait. I was dreading it over the last couple of weeks. Like I was like, man, going there to get like watch Charlie Kerner like aura farm on us. He's gonna emote on us like it's 2K. He's gonna have like a green celebration, right? But now I'm like, I can't wait. I fucking dare, bro. I dare Kerner to step out, especially after what Walsh said today. He was like, we've got some stuff lined up for him, bro. That makes me horny. I'm a straight man. That makes me horny when he says shit like that.
Yeah. No, I love it. And yeah, look, I think the way Elijah described his situation the other day was exactly how I look at Carlton right now. He said he was just stacking days and stacking wins. And I really do think that that's what we've got to do. We've just got to stack the little wins one by one. So, announce Elijah, whom, by the way, is also in the best condition I've ever seen him. The way he moved today, I've never seen him glide like that.
Yeah. He looks so fit. He looked like when we first started preseason with him and we started training on, I was like, man, he doesn't look the best. Like he had a bit of pounds. Like he didn't look fit, right? Like I'm not gonna diss him.
Yeah.
But now, bro, he looks like an athlete. I mean, that's like he looks like an athlete among athletes. Like he's surrounded by professional athletes and he still looks really good. He also had like 2 goals and 20 touches today. That's a very good game. Like again, I know preseason it has like the cloud over it. Yeah.
Can you confirm something because you were at the game? Did he play half back? Because I swear I saw him behind the ball filling gaps for a lot of that second half.
He did. He did for a little bit. In that second half, yes, but mainly he played high half forward. High half forward, and he ran through the midfield a little bit. Him and Taylor Byrne. Taylor Byrne also played half back, by the way. Taylor Byrne came on in the second half. He only played half the game, and he was running through half back, which is strange to me. But what was he cooking? Hey, let Voss cook. You know what? I called for his head like 6 months ago, but you know what? He's my guy now. Let him cook. Whatever he wants to do, you do, bro. Whatever, bro. If you can keep providing results like that, you do, you, bro. Who am I to fucking say anything?
Yeah. I really want to dream. I will be dreaming for next week. If you get the win next week, everyone gets behind it and the whole thing blows up and then it's like we're unstoppable and anyway, one day at a time. One day at a time.
It was a loud game. It was a loud game. Bro, we were loud. It felt like an actual game. Like, especially the games that obviously the first couple of quarters was quiet, but bro, when we were in that game, fuck, but there was people wishing there was people like threatening the umpire and stuff. Like it's what you want to see. We enjoyed that game. I feel like everyone there enjoyed that game, and that's the first game I've enjoyed for a long time. Like I felt happy to be at the footy.
Wow. See what you said there about like getting into the arms and the opposition and all of that. That to me is the sweet spot. Like the energy about complaining or talking about what's wrong with Carlton. If that passion and that energy was turned to the opposition to intimidate them, like I don't know, calling Tom Stewart out or like getting into Tanner Bruhn, whatever, like intimidating the opposition and like bantering them. I think when we get there, that's when we're at our most powerful as a club.
Yeah, well, we're getting there. It's steps, right? Like again, it won't be that loud, but Sydney will be so loud, bro. Sydney will be insane. It'll mostly be Carlton support as well. I have no doubt because they can't sell that fucking Tim Pot Stadium, that little club. So they need us to do it. So I'm so G'd up, bro. I'm actually so G'd up. I'm sitting on fucking online. No, where am I? I don't even know, bro. I don't live here, bro. I took PT to get here. I took the day off work. Right, I'm sitting here in front of some apartment block. The door's right. Someone's gonna come outside and tell me to leave because you think I'm homeless, yelling at a fucking phone. But I'm so G'd up. I can't wait. I actually can't wait.
I love it, man. I love it. Well, get home safely. And
Will do.
man, I'll see you in Sydney.
Done. I'll catch you. See ya.
See you, mate. Wow. Wow, the excitement is real. Tyler.
Terry. Wow.
Yeah.
Pretty
Yeah.
happy. Very,
Yep.
very, very, very happy. It was a good game. Very good game. I
been a good
don't
preseason.
know. Yeah, no, we got through the preseason. I was very happy with the preseason, but I would say a clear contrast. Same thing that happened last week when I was at the game. The intent was there from the first ball, and I love that. But I think what really set the tone for the game, even though it went unrewarded, which it should have not been, was Frankie Evans's tackle.
Mm-hmm.
That was like he missed the mark, but straight away, bang, follow up, nice, good, clean tackle, absolutely brilliant. And then also the energy from I don't know if it's been mentioned, but Ollie Hollins. I thought he had a ripper of a game. Always at the ball, running up and down the wing, and just our ability to just to change the angle. It makes such a difference. It just makes us less one dimensional.
Well, it brings so many more people into the game, doesn't it?
Yes,
Like,
yes, it does.
There's so many links in the chain of the ball movement. I mean, Adam Sard hasn't even been mentioned. I thought
Yeah,
he looked. I mean, last week I thought he looked a bit off, maybe
yeah,
a bit
yeah,
rusty. Whereas today he was looking to be proactive. He wasn't reactive when he had ball in hand. He was the one that they had to think about him. And I forget who the defender was, the Geelong opponent, but Sard marked the ball and took off.
yeah.
And in that moment, I'm like, the Geelong player forgot that Adam Sard does that because he doesn't
He can
do it
run.
like he used to.
Yeah,
So yeah, I think the other one that's interesting, and I thought he was a bit off last week, but he was better this week, was Campbell Chesser, and I think he needed to be.
yes.
Do you think that?
Yeah, absolutely. I was really impressed with Campbell Chesser. And then also, I think the one player that definitely earned his spot 100% was Dirksen. Wow.
Mm.
I was really impressed with him tonight. And then also Elijah cannot say that he doesn't deserve a spot. Like he's in fighting condition. He looks really sharp.
Yeah.
But I think one thing I want to touch on, like yeah, okay, entries inside forward 50, not always great, 100%. One thing I did like, though, is even though it went in and, say, for example, we missed, or it was out in the full, I didn't give a crap about that. I cared about how we were delivering the ball inside that forward 50. And we were taking the opportunities. And I think what was very clear from the first quarter, and it was mentioned in the commentary, was that we only went for Harry 3 times, but the options were aplenty in a sense because we weren't always just going for Harry. It
Oh,
made
yeah.
it so much unpredictable of who you were going to go for, and I loved it. And I think, and I wish I mentioned this last week, but I reckon it's not Harry's forward line. No. I think it is. Oh my goodness. One of our new Sydney play. Haywood. That's his forward
No,
line.
I think you're on the right track with where you were going. It's not
Yeah.
Harry's forward line. It's
No.
all of their forward line.
Yes.
Because you've made me realize something just then. Like, Harry didn't kick a goal tonight. He kicked 2 behinds.
He didn't. Mhm.
I think he kicked 1 goal last week. Basically, he wasn't the focal point kicking,
No.
having 5 shots on goal, 6 shots on goal. But the way in which we've scored in the preseason has been very much an even spread, and it hasn't been like, I think a lot of the time when footy conversations happen, we almost, and the media do it, fans do it, we almost try and say, all right, well, it's Harry's now, he's got to step up, and this individual has to kick 70 goals now because Charlie's not there. But I'm more impressed that Harry didn't dominate on the scoreboard in the
I agree.
preseason, and we've had such an even contribution. And I think that's what's going to make the team better if we're able to
Oh,
do that in the season.
yeah, and then you hear it like I know it's commentary, but like them saying, "Oh, he needs to back." Like they brought up his stats of like when he last won the Coleman when he kicked 58, and then the year after, then it was 20, it was 18 or whatever it was because he didn't have a great season. Then he kicked 24 last year. Like I don't care if he is um kicking a bag every so often. I want him to be contributing to that team and how we transition the ball um, from defensive 50 all the way to forward 50. To all I want to see him present because when he presents, he is a good he can jump at the ball. He can mark very well, and at times he can kick. He can kick a good. He's good by foot at times when he's going into the forward 50. If he's not bombing it, so like otherwise, very happy, very happy, Terry. But I just want you to clarify with me one thing. I don't know. I'm just still trying to get into this new rule change with the AFL. What is this lasso rule? Because I kept on trying to pick it up. It is very odd. It is very weird. I don't get it.
Basically, if the ball comes off boot
Yep.
in between the 50-meter arcs, it's not a throw in and it goes out. It's not a throw in anymore. If it comes off directly off the boot, it's immediately last touch. Opposition gets a free kick. If a ball is kicked to a contest and hands get to it and it goes out, then it'll be a throw in. But yeah, I think, I mean, the league obviously want to get this game flowing more.
Yep.
I think the danger of doing it is, I mean, it's just such a brutal sport as it is.
Yeah.
I think we'll revisit this conversation at the end of the year, but
Yeah, I agree.
I think the rule changes over the years are asking more and more and more of the players physically, whether it's the ruck rule, whether it's this lasso rule. You know, if the league didn't bring in the arc, we wouldn't have as many delays, but we wanted the arc because we wanted video technology, and all of a sudden the arc's now become a really lucrative advertising spot for crypto.com. So yeah, we'll let it play out, see how everyone adjusts, but I'm just mindful of what we ask of these players to do because it's a lot.
Oh,
They
I
run
totally
a lot.
agree. Yeah, I totally agree. Well, we'll see how we go against the opening round. It should be interesting. I'm gonna do a prediction. Carlton by 10.
Fuck.
It's not gonna be a blowout. It's gonna be close. As long as I'll be very interested to see how Wiedering is going to go. Very quickly, do you think Nick Newman will be ready for opening round, or are they just going to put him on ice for a little bit longer?
I went today to the VFL
Mhm.
and I uploaded a reserves report. So it was like 30 minutes before the game tonight. I uploaded it and I took quite a few highlights of Nick Newman. Do I think he's ready to play next week? My honest personal opinion is I think he needs one more game
fair.
under his belt. He also might get cited for a hit. So in the third quarter, it was the typical 50-50 contest. He's run and sprinted to get to the contest. He's put his hand out to spoil and he's clipped the Geelong player in the head. I didn't see it because I was on the other side of the field, but it was one of those ones where it happened and it was like all in. All the players got in and there was pushing and shoving. So there was a bit of remonstration and the Geelong player had to come off the field. So I don't know if he gets cited for it and maybe be given a week. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
But even so, my personal opinion is that I'd be very cautious with him and give him an extra week before bringing him in.
Yeah, fair.
Yeah.
All right, Terry. Well, good luck with next week. Hope you enjoy it, and let's go Carlton.
Go Blues, mate. See ya.
Go Blues. See ya.
Oh man, I feel like we're healing again. It's great. Daniel.
Lost your audio, mate. Same
You've lost
problem.
You've lost my audio.
I can't hear anything you're saying. Let me try something. Oh, you
Test.
there? Nah,
I'm here.
might have to try.
Can you hear me?
I'll pop out and pop back in.
All right. All right. Who we got? Big Lance.
Tez, how are you, mate?
Mate, I'm good. How are you?
Oh, I'm very good after that. I'll be quick. I just wanted to jump on and say how amazing the Hollands brothers were. And forgive me, I just literally logged onto your feed just now. But the way that those two boys connected with the midfield, like it was unbelievable. So I'm really happy for Elijah to get back to his best, which was amazing. But I love the way that Ollie was being used. Further up the ground, lasering those balls inside 50. But yeah, I just wanted to come on here and just take 2 seconds to just say it was
Love it.
amazing to see Ollie
Mate,
and
I respect-
Elijah.
I respect the efficiency. I love it. You going to
It
Sydney?
was no, I wish I could, but no. But just a shout out to Elijah. Like, I think what he's overcome in the last 12 months, like I've been through some troubles myself, but to see him come out the other side of it as a professional athlete and actually like apply himself and put his head down, bum up, get the work done. I just think like it can't go unnoticed. He has put his best foot forward, and you look at the way he played tonight. He was everywhere. He was being played in multiple positions, and just he was very good. He deserves to be on the list.
Mate, I'm with you. I'm stoked for him. I'm stoked, and it's going to be a really good test of the environment to see if it's improved, because I think last year it was obviously no good. But not just him, for a guy like Harry Mackay as well, who had his own struggles. A bit different. But yeah, look, so far so good. 2 positive steps in the right direction in the preseason. I think we've nailed the preseason so far, and it's all you can do is be best prepared. So let's see if it translates next week.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, it goes without saying how good Jagger was and Dean. Like, we're in good hands. We're in very good hands. But
We are.
but I just think we need to shout out people like Elijah, the unsung heroes that have put the work in. So I just wanted to briefly come on and just say that it was unreal.
All right.
Seeing,
Mate, thank
seeing
you
that.
very much. We'll speak to you next week.
Thanks, brother.
Bye. Sammy boy.
How's it going, Terry?
Mate, it's going good. How are you?
I bet you like that one.
I did, mate. Listen, I enjoy when things are good and moving in the right direction. And I think the Carlton ecosystem has desperately needed some good times. So I hope this is the start of that.
100%. I just wanted to quickly have a chat to you about, do you think the players are going at it thinking everyone's got something to prove in the team right now? Like the Sydney boys came in with part of the Kerno deal, they might have felt like they got ousted by the Sydney team. Ollie, he wants to do well because obviously he was on the brink of, getting basically kicked out of the club. All the boys, I just feel like they had that effort. I mean, if you've noticed, even their tackles, even a tackle got broken, you'd see another tackle straight after. Like they wouldn't just give up on it like they used to previously. It just feels like the whole team's got something to prove. Obviously, Michael Ross has got something to prove as well. I just think it's like it wasn't so much the game. It's a practice game. Look, it's obviously a positive, but it could be either way. But in saying that, it just felt like it was moving in the right direction. Everyone to want to prove themselves. Everybody to want to play, that good brand of footy, show themselves. And well, Jago was just amazing. I couldn't believe that kid. What do you think? Like, does the team got something to prove? Is that what this was?
Yeah, of course it does. I think I mean, they've spoken about how they even wanted to move on back end of last year. The last few games, Mackay and Walsh could have been put on ice, but they all wanted to come back and get back on track and move forward. We heard all the good, positive words. Walsh said he wanted to stay at Carlton. He hadn't signed yet. He signed this week. So, the actions then spoke. And I think whenever a player like Sam Walsh commits long-term to the club, I think that's always a good sign that that player believes in the direction of the club. And I think after last year, we were a little bit unsure. Oh, what's going on? These players are leaving. But yeah, of course, they got something to prove. It was a lot of them had down years. There were maybe 2 or 3 players that improved last year from the year before, if that. There are players that got injured and had poor preseasons. There were, the coach came out and admitted that he got it wrong. Everyone on that team has something to prove, and they're playing like it. And they're playing and they're moving and they're talking like they want to build momentum again. So,
and I think the internal talk came outside, when they said no bullshit. And I think we saw that, like, these 2 games at least. We saw that. It was just no bullshit. It's just you come up, you put that jumper on, you put the effort in, and it was just no bullshit. There was no hiding. I think everybody, almost everybody played out of their skin. I mean, I don't think there was a player that had a terrible game, to be honest with you. Everyone just, whether they were, whether they could execute it properly or not, they were all just putting in. And I bloody loved it. I absolutely loved it.
No, it's good, mate. It's good. It's good momentum, and eight more days. Wiedering might be playing. Nick Newman, I doubt it personally, but he'll be in the frame.
Look,
bring it on, I'd say.
When's the last time we were this excited before a season starts, mate? It was just this was a very good start. We're excited. I'm hoping the boys, have this momentum going into the next, when we start the real season. Obviously, the pressure is going to be a lot higher when the real thing comes around. But, let's just hope we kick Sydney's ass. Let's hope Charlie doesn't get any goals. And, yeah, it'll be good. We're going to be good, hopefully.
Love it. Sammy,
right.
Thanks for calling in, my friend.
See ya, mate.
See ya. All right. BK. Let's have a look. He's here. Mr. BK. I can't hear you.
Sorry, mate. I've been faffing about the joint, so I decided to put the old phone on mute. How you going, mate?
Yeah, good. I thoroughly enjoyed myself. I can't believe we've already been live for an hour. It's been that much fun.
It must be an absolute dream compared to like dredging through, hours in the cold months of winter when we're coughing up leads to North Melbourne. So it's a much better way to start the year, I reckon.
Yeah. No, it's good, man. It's good. But yeah, look, I guess from your point of view, after watching that and, after watching this preseason, what's your take? What's your, what's working? What needs work?
Well, I wanted to come on because I haven't caught the full hour, but I've caught the last probably half, and like lots of people are listing all the players that they're so wrapped with, and it's a good time for positivity. I wanted to go a little bit of a different direction. I'm really happy with our coaching selections. Lee Adams, new midfield coach, Tim Clark, I believe he's the ball movement coach, and Josh Fraser is the forward lines coach. I remember when our coaching panel was changing over, there was a lot of rumours of, we're going to get Cade Simpson or Hickmont given their links to the club. And when these guys came in, guys like Trustlove, Jordan Russell being moved to the VFL coach, had a good win today. I think that we have the coaching panel quite right. And I'm not stunned given the confidence that I think we should reasonably have in Graham Wright and Chris Davies. So even though they might not have been high profile, I think obviously our ball movement's better. Obviously our forward line's a lot better. And while a lot of that's the players, I think the coaches deserve a shout out because gosh knows we cleaned house last year.
Did we ever?
Did we ever? That was the thing. I remember when we were having a chat, and one thing I wanted to bring up at the time was people being like, when are we going to sack this guy or that guy? I'm like, we sacked 7 coaches last year. How many more guys need to get the axe before you're happy, eh? But I think we've seen some pretty quick, bounce back off the back of that. The other person I was really happy with, who I know is not going to get a lot, Lewis Young. I'm just going to say it. I think he's quite good. I think he provides something that we don't necessarily have. I don't want to see him ever chisel a ball ever again, but just being tall in the general direction of the ball and, clanging about, taking a body, I couldn't be much happier with him. My question for you, though, Tez, do you think we're going to go with four tall backs? Because that would probably look like Dirk, Waiters, Youngie, and Dean. Gov's not getting a game, I don't think. But I mean, he's been fine this preseason. But for all the talk of we have no tall backs, given Hoff's currently injured, seems we've got some tall backs.
My opinion is that McGovern will play. I'm not quitting on McGovern just yet.
Okay.
Yeah.
So are you taking 4 or 3 guys who are 6'4" and over? Would be my question.
Probably 3. Definitely 3.
Okay.
I mean, the Swans will have Amadi, Curnow, McLean,
Logan.
McDonald.
Will they play all
plays as
4?
well. So there's 3 or 4. Look, if I'm guessing, I think Wiedering will play.
Yeah.
I think McGovern will play. I think one of Dirksen and Lewis Young will play. And
Yep.
I think they'll play Harry Dean. I was a bit unsure about Harry Dean at the start of the preseason because I didn't want to put pressure on him, and I thought, let him figure out the speed of the game. But I think over the last 2 practice matches, I think he's played against some solid opposition, and I think he'll be okay, particularly with Nick Haynes out. When Nick Haynes comes back in, that's when I would start talking about, okay, maybe does McGovern play, does he not play? But while Haynes is out, I think McGovern can play the role.
No, look, I think that's really fair. I am really happy with the move of Zach Williams to the back line for a number of reasons, but a big part of it is if you consider guys like him, guys like Wiedering down there, Nick Newman will be back. I heard what you said before. I'm inclined to agree. I don't think he's a first up. I think also Ollie Florent, pardon me, going down there. I think we have developed a lot of leadership in that segment of the ground. Adam Sard, like these are a lot of our more senior sort of guys. I think you can get away with having guys like Dirksen, who, although he's 24, hasn't played at AFL level yet. I don't think he ever debuted for the Giants. And Dean, by the way, he's ahead of his time. He's definitely ahead of his time. Just his sheer tenacity. He is not afraid to go for the ball. One thing I have kept kind of laboring on is I think he's a plus side athlete. I think he's a better athlete than people kind of give him credit for, because he does kind of look like your standard, like stodgy, ridiculously pale 6'5" defender who's just kind of hanging on for grim death. No, he's got more hops than you'd think, and he's got more grit than you'd think, which shouldn't be a surprise given his father. But no, wrapped. The only other one I want to touch on, and I don't want to do it, bring it down, or it's more to kind of like, I hope, buoy the fans going forward. The people that have frustrated us the most in most recent years, I think, are going to have a hard time consistently holding on to a spot. Like one guy I wanted to name, not to pick on him, Blake Acres. His form has not been as good in the last 2 seasons as it was in 2023 for us. I think he is a guy who's going to really struggle. Someone mentioned him just before. Elijah played in a lot of different positions tonight, including wing. Ollie Hollands plays wing. Florent plays wing. Chesser plays wing. And I thought he had a much better game tonight than he did against the Lions. And this is not to crap on Akers. If he comes in and plays really well, then awesome. But I think those guys that have frustrated us previously, and we asked the question of ourselves, why aren't these guys getting dropped? I've got a bad answer. It's because there was no one else in the 2s. Our 2s could be as good as North Melbourne's 1s. And sorry for any North fans who are listening, but yeah, I think our 2s are going to be that good this year, which makes it so much easier to develop guys, coming up from underneath. Like Ben Campo is going to be in a competent team getting a lot of midfield time. That can only be good for his development.
Yeah. I'm just happy we got through. I'm so excited for footy again. I really am. I'm pumped for footy again.
I don't think I've been this excited for a Carlton year since, and this is such a hex, but 2012. At the start of the season, when we won the first 3 games, including a really rollicking win over Collingwood, My favourite part from that game, if people remember, was Matt Cruiser broke Darren Jolly's ribs just by tackling him. Like nothing dirty, nothing bad, just dipped the shoulder, got him in the solar plexus, and it was good night for Mr. Good night for Mr. Jolly. Actually, one other quick one I want to touch on. The rucks look great. Pito looks free, had 17
fit.
or so.
He,
Looks so
he,
good.
has,
And
he looks
Liam
fit.
Reedy had 9 tackles as a
Yeah.
backup ruckman. That's fantastic. And I know there might be some people in the chats. Paul Sebastiani, hi. I know you don't like it if your talls get tackles. I hate to tell you, if they're getting tackles, it means that smalls don't have to. Maybe it spills out to Jagger. 37. Just a lazy 37. I'm telling you, I said this to my partner, partly just to be annoying. I am convinced Jagger's going to win a Brownlow before Nick Dacos. I'm just convinced of it, just in my heart. There's no logic or reason outside of the fact that I think in 5 years' time, they'll be as good as each other. And
Amazing.
Nick seems to be cursed when it comes to medals. So, hopefully Jagger's on that podium soon.
Mate, I love it.
Love
I
it.
love it. Well,
Anyway,
thanks for calling in.
thanks for having me on, big fella.
All right, go Blues.
Cheers, mate. Go Blues.
All right, I'm going to get one more in. I'm going to get Daniel in again and try him again. And then there's actually a press conference with, I think it's with Carlton Media, with Ash Hansen, which we can play. I also need to charge my camera a bit and maybe switch it over. So we'll bring Daniel in. Daniel?
Yeah, got you this time, mate. How are you?
Good, mate. How are you?
Yeah, good, mate. Good. Just got back from Princess Park. Always nice place to watch footy. Look, I'm going to keep a bit of a lid on it. I know some people are pretty excited. I mean, like with last week, I just wanted to see the pattern of play, see what the individual players, particularly the ones we've brought in or the new draftees, were like. Jagger. Yeah, don't need to say anything else. It's all been said. I'm with you on Harry Dean. I've always been hesitant to rush new draftees, especially key position players, in thinking that they need to develop. I think back to Matty Cruiser, probably brought him in too soon. It probably took a few years off his career. We ran him into the ground, but geez, he's big for his size, for his age, I should say. And he just looks like he belongs. He looks ready. I've kind of changed my opinion, so I'd be rolling the dice and playing him. But look, I've got to say I do disagree with your assessment of McGovern. He was one that was just, again, I thought, like the previous caller that just said that players that frustrate you in the past. He just, again, the turnovers. He's just the past. He doesn't represent the future. Again, I don't want to sound negative here, but Sard as well was a bit disappointed. I think, unfortunately, we're probably seeing the end of Adam Sard as a regular walk-up start. I think his game was pretty average. So I would actually play, and shout out to, I don't know if anyone's mentioned, but Wade Dirksen. Geez, he was amazing, especially in that first
who
quarter.
would you play next week if not McGovern and Sard? Because Matt Carroll's not playing. Nick Newman, touch and go. Lockie Cowan, probably not playing. Yeah, so who's playing instead of those guys?
Well, that's
Nick Haynes?
It's dependent. No, well, Nick Haynes is injured. Yeah, if Carroll or Cowan are not fit and not available, then yeah, one of them they've got to play. But if it came down to the choice of, I'd be going for Young. If Wiedering's fit, Young, who I thought had a good game, couple of moments, that's what you get with Lewis Young. But I thought overall he was great. I'd be playing Dirksen ahead of McGovern. Now, whether McGovern plays, he'd be that last one. And again, it's going to depend how we decide to go into that game. But yeah, they're just, again, they're that past generation of players that we've had that are not going to take us to the promised land. Yep, they're great to have as depth. But, in the past, McGovern's a starter, Sard's a starter, Akers is a starter. And yet there's no one, knocking down the door. We have got now players in. We've got some youngsters coming through that can challenge. So, but look, yeah, Harry Dean, he just reminds me, he's just like his old man, exactly. Just that same, the look, the movement, the toughness, and he could play. He's hard at it, and yeah, I've flipped. I'm like, nah, get him in there. If the coaches and staff think he's ready, just get him in and it'll be good. But I was pleased again the way we moved the ball. Look, again, going into 50 a few times, went the long bomb. But that second quarter, was it just me or did Geelong flood the defence and that forced us to kind of dump it? I'm trying to be, not so harsh on the boys because it did look, which is strange in a preseason game. I made a comment to some people about that. Like, why would you do that in a practice match? But being at the game, it did look like they flooded defense. I don't know. What did you think?
Did I think they flooded the defense? No, I didn't. I think we're still going to be ironing that out in our game. I think it'll take time.
Well,
but I think, to be honest with you, I thought across. I mean, I think preseason. There's no secret to this. But I think the defensive profile of teams clearly lifts when the regular season starts. So I think the preseason for me is more so about how you move the ball when you've got it. And that's our biggest problem. I don't think we're going to have an issue putting pressure on the opposition and tackling and contest and pressure. I don't think that's an issue for Carlton as much. It's what happens when we have ball in hand, which is why I like what's happened in the preseason. That, it has been more about ball movement because the opposition doesn't defend as intensely as what they do in the season. So, I don't know. I think we've stacked two positive steps here against two really good systems. Both these teams that we've played, you can take their stars out of their teams. What makes them great is that they have a good proven system, both clubs. So,
Yeah, and you can see, what we're trying to do. Be right. It's going to take a bit of time to iron it out, and the test is going to come next week. But look, onwards and upwards. You'd rather have 2 wins than 2 losses or a hefty loss. So it keeps the Wolves at bay for a bit. But of course, the proof's going to be in the pudding next week. And shout out to Ralphie about Sam Walsh. Hope you enjoyed that goal in the third when he took it out of the centre. And it's just I had a conversation with a mate why it was so important to sign him so early, because could you imagine the media circus that would have followed again like we had last year with TDK if he didn't sign, and even then just any little moment, and it's proven again that they were just itching for a punchline and itching for a bad news story. I saw all the posts and all the laugh reacts from everybody seeing Walsh cop the knock to the ribs, but then he comes out and so Jagger had 37, he had 28, 29, and he was just running in and under. I was like, you got to protect this guy from himself. Just get him out of there. Put the cue in the rack. We know what he can do, but that's Walshy, and that's why we've signed him. And look, fingers crossed he can, stay healthy for most of the time. But interesting. Last thing I'll say about Walsh, there's this criticism that he hasn't played a lot and he's always injured. Someone put a stat. He's actually played like 83 or 85% of possible games. So that's a bit of a myth that's floating around out there. So, look, really happy with the performance. The real stuff starts next week. Can't wait to get up there and see. But I'm, really excited with some of these new guys coming in. And, Wade Dirkson's really impressed me. I want to see. It'll be ironic if he gets his debut in Sydney, spent a bit of time up there with the Giants. Didn't get a look in, and I've been reading a few of the Giants forums on Big Footy, and they're really happy that he's got a gig. I think some of them felt that he should have been treated a little better there, but so we'll see. But he looks like he belongs, so could be a bargain pickup, but it's only pre-season. We'll see, mate. So that's all I got to say.
Cool. Thanks for calling in.
No worries, mate. Go Blues.
Go Blues. Aiden.
Terry, how are you?
I'm good. Keep talking. I just got to go get a power bank.
All right. Looks like I'm hosting, but no, I'm joking. Good hit out today. Whoever's watching, liked what I saw. Didn't really like McGovern or Sard's game. To be honest, I didn't. Yeah, McGovern's kicks were a bit.
Wait, say that again. What'd you say?
Oh, couldn't you hear me?
No, I did. I just didn't pick it up fully.
Oh no, I said that I liked what I saw. Like I liked how we moved the ball around and how we were very patient going inside 50. I didn't really like McGovern or Sard's game. But again, it's a practice game. But what you're going to get with them two, you're going to get for the rest of the year. But yeah, again, like I'm not going to get too overly excited about it. But good signs early on. Very good signs. Very different. So, I mean, yeah, we're pulling off kicks that we couldn't really hit, but I'm glad that we did try and pull them off instead of kind of hesitating at the same time. Yeah, he was all right. He was not bad,
He
Peter.
was all right, was he?
Yeah, he got shafted off a bullshit free kick in the ruck, but yeah, he was good, Peter. I like this game, and Reedy too. So, yeah, but I don't want to put too much hype on Jagger, but fuck, what Nick Austin? I'm telling you now, he needs a statue outside Icon Park for pulling off that deal. I'm not even kidding. Like, get Always, and you get Always out of the club to get pick 3 in. That's unbelievable. That's probably one of the best deals we've done ever.
I've got to go back and find the receipts because I still remember the outrage that we got rid of our best small forward, our second leading goal kicker who's kicked 30-something goals 2 years in a row. And I'm not saying it was you, but I've got to go back and remember those heated debates.
No, I mean, I was pretty disappointed when he left, but if you told me back then, would you get rid of Always, your second or third leading goal kicker for pick 3? That will probably be your future captain and a genuine superstar throughout the next, when he hits his peak, I'd take that any day of the week. And I'm sure anyone else would. But speaking of small forwards, even though Ainsworth didn't really impact a lot, as well as Haywood besides that first goal, they were still kind of damaging in and around the ground, I thought. So, and again, I can't really remember the last time we had a small forward that did a little bit of damage in and around the ground that didn't really hit the scoreboard. But again, our forward line is more dynamic, it's more dangerous, and again, I think I said to you the other week that it's going to get a lot of coaches thinking because, again, you don't know how we could line up each and every single week with our forward line. So, yeah, pretty good signs. And Cripps,
good signs.
Cripps finishing in the forward line, not bad. I like that. So, yeah, but at the end of the day, it's only pre-season. We will find out if we can continue how we've been playing over the last 2 weeks come next week and so forth, because it would be the most classic Carlton thing to rock up to Sydney and round 1 playing the polar opposite. I don't think we will, but I do think we will probably go maybe 3 or 4-1 come start of the year after me being that negative.
Why don't we just stop living in the fucking future and live in the moment? Why do we need to go there? Why do we need to talk about
I'm just
3
saying,
and 1?
no,
Let's just be right here.
Yeah, I know, but I'm just saying that I think that with the teams that we're playing, I think we could probably, who knows, go 3, 4, and 1.
I reckon we just go to Sydney next week and see what happens.
I agree. I very much agree. But again, I didn't really see you at the game, and I didn't really catch your thoughts early on. This is my first time hopping on, so I don't really know what you thought about the game and what you saw and who you thought played well.
I thought it was a good team effort. I thought we used the width of the ground for the second week in a row. I thought we cut angles and showed signs of doing that. Thought the game was a bit slower in that second quarter. I don't know if that was by design, just trying to take the sting out of the game and maybe control it a little bit more. I thought we got caught at times still in those old habits, kicking it long. Maybe that was part of the instruction, but I think in that second half it opened up. I do also think that Geelong weren't playing their very best defensive game, and that's pre-season for the most part. It's, the intensity is going to lift in the season, but I think that's great for us because we need to work on our ball movement. So I think we've taken 2 positive steps forward in the pre-season, and don't really care about the result. I liked what I saw from the team. I think they're playing with a purpose.
Do you think the teams that we played over the last 2 weeks allowed us to play with that much freedom and that much attack? Or do you think we actually changed something? Like, if that makes sense.
No, we'll
Like, do you
definitely
think-
change something. Definitely. It definitely looks different. We're definitely moving the ball differently. We've got a bit more run and carry in the way that we use the ball now. We've got some quicker ball movement. The defense helps, but also Geelong and Brisbane have the best systems in the competition, and they punish you when you turn the ball over, no matter if they're playing at 80% or 100%. So I think that's something to think about.
Yeah, it's pretty good how we played against two of the best teams in competition last week in a little hit out. I mean, yeah, not over the last 2 weeks in a little hit out. So yeah, it gives us a lot of confidence going into Sydney. So yeah, I'm keeping a bit level-headed at the moment about where things are at. So see what happens.
All right, man. I'll speak to you
And
soon.
one more thing. I thought Ollie Hollands, his disposal by foot has improved a lot. I thought as well. So that's another thing. But anyway, I'll see you next week.
See you next week, mate.
See ya.
All right. I'm going to share my screen.
Yeah, pleased for Jagger. I mean, we know his skill set is going to make us a better team, but for such a young man to have to navigate the disappointment of last year and wait for another opportunity is testament to the young person he is. And yeah, he's going to have an exciting future, but we certainly don't want to put the weight of expectation on the one young man's shoulders. But certainly if we can continue to play well as a team, he's going to help us be a pretty good team.
What did you like about what he was able to do tonight? Obviously, had a lot of the footy, but
yeah,
in terms of what he could do with it.
Yeah, his ability to accumulate is undoubtedly one of his strengths, and he did that in his junior footy. But his ability to use his fast feet in traffic, have composure to put a teammate in a better position, hit targets, take the game forward for us. He's the link player between the midfield and the forward line, which a lot of the teams in today's footy just value so highly because defence is very good. So, yeah, he's only going to get better. He's going to grow. But yeah, it's really pleasing that he had another experience tonight that probably shows him what he can do.
Feels like there's a chance that it could be almost a quarter, more than a quarter of the team completely new face from last year.
Yeah.
Do you have to balance how many you can fit in that?
Nah, not at all. It's just going to be on form, and we've got a big body of work that we've seen within the playing group, and because they spend so much time together, even though on the outside they might look like new faces, this group's been together. They've been connecting with one another, building the relationships, playing team system for 5 months now. So we're really confident that yes, there'll be new names on paper, but the work they've done over the summer is going to help that cohesion pretty early. But it's still going to be a level of time that we've got to invest in letting those guys play together and be in different situations and build the trust. So, but no, we're not worried about the amount of new faces. I think that's just the evolution of this footy team. Yeah, I mean, they're starting to compete really well down there. Youngie, Wade Dirksen, still got Jacob Wiedering, Mitch McGovern was good tonight. So it will become a numbers game, but that's what we want is we want pressure in every line. But certainly what Harry's done tonight on the back of last week shows that he's heading in the right direction.
Wiedering seemed confident during the halftime
interview. Yeah.
Do you share that view?
Yeah, we're confident, and we're certainly giving him every chance. So yeah, he'll get through training next week, and we'll make the assessment when we see him. Oh, well, it's a logical matchup, isn't it? All-Australian full-back versus All-Australian full-forward historically. So, and obviously Jake has played on him a number of times before, so knows him pretty well.
Sorry. You're impressed with some of the versatility of some of the new guys. Obviously, pre-season, you have the opportunity to kind of move the magnets around, but I mean, guys like Campbell, Jester and things just sort of popping up all over the shop. So you're impressed with a lot of those guys who are able to kind of display they can play in every position.
Yeah, those guys that can play multiple roles are so important for the versatility and flexibility for our side as a coaching group, but also on field. being able to move magnets around allows us to expose the opposition if that's required, or get them into the game. But Campbell's another guy who's come to our footy club fresh-faced, had a full pre-season, which just gives him the confidence in his body and also allows him to work on his craft and gel with his teammates. And then you start to see the performances tonight where he's strong in contest, he plays his role, he helps others around him play better. So really pleased for Campbell and what he's brought to our team.
All movement and that old fun kick inside 50 last year was such an issue, but obviously green guys like Hayward, Ainsworth, and then you mentioned Jag before. Do you feel like you've gone some way to addressing that? It looked really clean sometimes tonight. Yeah, we still feel we've got a little bit of way to go. It was probably frustrating us early tonight that we weren't capitalising on some of our really good defence with our finishing, but I think that's a bit of the time of the year, just as the pressure goes up. And I thought this was a really high-quality game defensively and pressure-wise for both teams. So it was a great preparation for next week. But that last kick is just so critical in footy, and certainly the personnel we've got, the availability of some players that were already here, and the work we've put into it, hopefully all is the combination of a lot of things that helps us be better in our front half and increase our efficiency. Yeah.
You talk to the work that Ryan's done to get himself back to where it is now.
Yeah, I think he spoke openly in the group, which the club, advertised around his response to, I had to know what I wanted to do last year. So he's done a lot of personal work on him as a person, and then the way he's presented over the summer, put himself in a position where he can earn his spot on the list. And credit to the young man, who's been completely disciplined to get himself fit, not missing training sessions, doing everything right, that he's earned the trust of the football club and his teammates, which is really important. So hopefully this is the start of the chapter that really starts to express and show Elijah for what he can do. And it's special playing with your brother. Not many guys get to do that opportunity, and he's got it in front of him. So another positive story that's, amongst the threads of many, I suppose, of our footy club, hopefully this year.
What do you make of the ruck rules? Didn't they sort of go by a free kick that looked a bit iffy, and then Giles Neal clashed in one of those?
Yeah. I haven't watched them closely. I was watching more behind the ball to see where the back six, but I knew there was some frustrating groans and moans coming from next to me from the midfield guys. And we'll seek clarity on what that looks like. I guess we're still adjusting to that. When you're looking at the ball, you're looking at your opponent, that fine line, it's hard not to cross on occasion. So I think there's got to be some wriggle room where, you might give a couple up, but it's not deliberate. We'll reflect on that and give our rucks the best chance to learn and express their craft.
Is it worrying for increased injuries, though, this new sort of jumping at each other and the knees clashing?
Yeah. Hopefully, if they're going up vertical and not in, that could maybe prevent the PCL, because that's the one we're probably worried about. But I guess time will tell. And that's the thing with bringing these new rules. We're probably going to see a greater body of work and evidence to suggest if that's going to occur. Nothing's happened so far, I don't think, in the first week of the pre-season matches and intra-club. So hopefully that's, for their sake, he's avoided.
Frank Evans okay? He looked like a bit of a knock to the hip.
Yeah, just a knock. Yeah. So, no, he's fine, Frankie. Yep.
Anyone else worry about?
No, we're clean, which is, really positive. Managed a few guys at the end, but that's just on individual loads throughout the season. So, happy.
Perfect.
Thanks, guys.
All right. Let's go to the other side of the world again, because Paolo is called. He's calling in.
Hello, mate.
Mate, where are you?
I'm in the borough of Broxburn, up in Cheshunt, right up in the north side of London, which is, I can tell you, maybe it was a gorgeous day. The sun's out, the gunners are firing, Blues are ready for another year, and away we go. How are you?
I'm good. I'm very much relieved to get through that game. Hansen just spoke there about getting through unscathed. Francis Evans had a bit of a knock, but nothing too serious from what he said. And otherwise, we got through. Mate, I saw a tweet you put out not long ago just about things that you were looking for. Actually, sorry, it was last week. Just a number of points that you're looking for. So I've asked a lot of people tonight, what were you looking for going into preseason, and now that preseason's over, did you see what you wanted? And if so, what was that? And if not, what else do you need to see?
Yeah, I did. A lot of space in attacking areas, we had a lot of outnumber from what it's hard to pick up on the tally, but I noticed the commentators were making a big reference to the amount of players we had out on the open side for our switch, which was not what we saw a lot of last season, because we had most of our players behind the ball, which we didn't see for large parts of those first 2 pre-season games, and that's probably only to a point due to maybe lack of intensity from the opposition and work rate not being as high as it's going to be during the season. But it's nice to see. It's nice to see a back line without 15 Carlton players in it for once. And when we do get the ball out of there, we were spreading hard. So,
True.
Again, how much do you take into it? I'm not 100% sure, but good signs so far. Look, again, as long as we get through unscathed and we manage minutes and manage loads the way we needed to, that's all that matters, really.
I got asked earlier about my opinion on how many defensive tools do you play next week. What do you think? Who plays if Wiedering is playing?
Yeah, I prefer to go down the path of less defensive calls because the game doesn't really require that. But if you're looking at the way Sydney are going to handle it, they're probably going to have a whole heap of tools of the only real quality being Charlie Byrne. I don't really rate Joel Hardy. Logan McDonald's a workhorse, but physically there are question marks on him. Hayden McLean can maybe do a little bit of damage aerially. As a footballer, so I think you probably go with Dirksen and Wiedering, and then maybe have Youngie as a rotation because we've got the extra on the bench, so you're not so tall down back. You can rotate it during the game. Is that the way you would approach it?
I haven't given up on McGovern yet. I know a lot of people have. I haven't given up on
Hey,
him
look
yet.
good. I thought he was solid today. Yeah. Had a few iffy moments, which I think we expect from him to a point, but I suppose with him it's just reliability issues, isn't it?
Yeah. I think. I mean, like a lot of the commentaries spoken about. I mean, if McGovern didn't get the year deal, and if Buku Khamas came through, that's a different scenario. But this is what it is right now. He's with us. He's playing for us, and I don't know. I think in the right system and in a better environment and a better team, I think we'll see a better version of him and Adam Sard and a lot of these guys.
Yeah, that's a fair point. Sard's looked a lot fitter, a lot sharper. He was better last week than he was today, I think, but I don't think that's too much of a knock to be honest. He looks fitter. Does he look sharper? Looks like he's actually moving better. Would you say that? That's what I've noticed. Yeah,
I think so. I actually thought there was a moment in the game tonight where he marked it and took off straight away, and he was proactive. And the Geelong player either wasn't applying pressure or forgot that Adam Sard actually still has that in his repertoire. And look, if we say it every year, if Adam Sard is attacking the game like that, we're going to be a better team. It's just a matter of whether or not that's going to happen in the season.
Well, that's the question, isn't it? I mean, you could see there's no real tackle intensity from Geelong today. It was pretty bruise-free, but even the fact that we weren't under pressure, we were still able to hit up kicks and look pretty good ball in hand is a good sign, because that's probably been our issue for the last however many seasons. When we're not under pressure, we flop our lines. So good to see a lot of different players in the team playing different positions, and that makes it tricky for the opposition to really predict what we're going to do game to game, because a lot of our players are very, very fluid. A lot of them can play multiple positions, and it's not that they're playing multiple positions and the positions they move to with which they started, they're poor at. They play those roles in games because they're actually pretty good at them, like Ainsworth rolling up to half back to link up and then rip back the other way, and Hayward really good early as well. And it's hard, I think, for opposition too, which I made a point of last week. It's hard for opposition to pick up a reference point as to where these players are going to start and what players to throw on them. So it's good. And I think Ken Hinkley got asked the question, would you rather face Carlton forward line last year or this year? And it's a really, really thought-provoking question on my end as well. And I thought, you'd rather face a forward line that's predictable, wouldn't you?
Absolutely. I mean, the thing about tonight and the preseason as well, it hasn't been. I mean, Harry Mackay has been a lot of the organising has been done through him down there. A lot of the voice comes through him down there, and the structure is centered around him. But he hasn't really dominated the game on the scoreboard, and it still looks pretty evenly spread and dangerous.
Yeah, it does. It does. And Harry's, you can see he stepped up his intensity from probably those early January training blocks that we were attending. It looks a completely different player from that, and that's, you can just tell that that's the way they've managed this load and the way in which they went into approaching the season. So I've been really impressed by Wade Dirksen. I really like his composure down back, and the other fellow I've been really impressed with, and again, I know it's pre-season, but how many times do you see those ground balls in D50 that we just fumble or we can't get a hold of? And the bloke who's been able to really mop up that mess has been Ollie Lauren. Like those ground ball gets inside D50 where he just sort of swoops and he just has one grab, picks it up and he's away, rather than, taking 2 or 3 touches to compose himself. It's one swoop with the hand, bends his back, picks it up and away he goes. I was really impressed with the way he approached the game across half back, and I want to give Ollie Hollands a bit of a rev up before the season starts as well. I'm actually starting to get sick and tired of people ripping into him. It's actually really annoying me now. He's one of our own. We've picked him up, we've drafted him, and I think he's been really good for us and was really good for us under a lot of pressure last year. And I think his 2 pre-season games have been fantastic. He's got great work rate, strikes the ball really well, and he barely missed a target tonight. So I want to give him a big rap heading into a season because I think he's going to be a really, really important player for us coming into 2026.
I love that.
So,
I absolutely.
yeah,
I'm
I'm sick of people ripping. No, just how we all criticise, right? And I get it, but it's unwarranted, mate. It really is unwarranted on my end. And I know we have to reach a certain standard, but I think he's probably been the pick of our players in the preseason. Whether or not that translates into actual form in 2026, we'll only know when we start playing. But I'm getting sick and tired of seeing people rip into him. So again, it's not me taking the moral high ground or anything, but if you want to learn how to analyse the game, don't criticise Ollie Hollands for missing a target or 2 when you want the ball to move fast, because that's just going to inherently be a risk when you play the way he does.
Yeah, no, well said. And then his brother, he played a bit of half back tonight. Did you see that?
I did, yeah. What was all that about? That was really intriguing. He was deep in defence. He beat Shannon Neal in a 1-on-1.
Yeah, I don't know if that's something that they're going to try and pull out as a surprise this year, but I loved it because his work rate and his capacity is top notch.
Yeah, I look, I was in the boat of, mate, we gave you an opportunity when no one was really going to give you an opportunity, and you stuffed up. But, mate, good on the fella for coming back and putting in the hard yards and earning back the trust of all of us at the football club, mate. He really has had a faultless pre-season, and he's such a good player as well. So I just hope that he can keep his head right, because he's a very, very talented footballer. So I'm very, very, very impressed by what I saw from him.
Yeah. And away we go.
Also,
8 days.
Well, I've got one question for you before I let you go.
Yes.
And it dawned upon me as I was walking out the door. Who would you rather heading into 2026, Jagger Smith or Dan Houston?
Thank you. Thank you. Can you imagine? Can you imagine if we didn't make the move?
Mate, I don't know how many times I had to tell people that just because you're 18, it doesn't mean that you can't have an impact on the team straight away. And you don't give up first round picks for halfback blankers, mate. And I can tell you now, Collingwood are regretting that move as that season in 2025 panned out. They're going to be stuck with a bloke on 900k, and we're going to be stuck with a bloke who's hopefully, fingers crossed, going to be with us for the next decade. And just quietly, I think it's 10 times a player. If ever in doubt, you future-proof them. That was a big fork in the road moment for our club, because we were under pressure to get results last season to a certain point, but they went down the path of going down. They went down the path of picking up a very, very talented footballer who is going to have an immediate impact at the club. He's best on ground for us tonight, and he's going to be the first pick this week. So long may his form continue. He hasn't played a game yet, but by golly, there's a lot there to work with. Very impressive.
It's very exciting to see.
Yeah. Very good, mate.
Lovely. When are you back?
In Sydney. Well, I leave here on Monday night, and then land back at home on Wednesday morning, and then there's a flight up to Sydney on Thursday morning for the first game, which I'm very, very excited for. And I do think will surprise a few. I've been quietly bullish for what's to come this season, and you can just feel that there's definitely a cultural and environmental change within the club, just with regards to the way in which they've approached the pre-season, the way in which they've approached their communication, and the way in which we've tried to build a list around particular profiles and the demographic of an age that we definitely needed, which is that sort of mid-tier age bracket, 23 to 27. Not many will expect much of us, but I'm expecting a pretty good season this year, mate.
I'm pumped. I can't wait, mate. I'll see you in Sydney. That's what I'll do.
You will indeed. You will indeed, mate. I'm looking forward to having a beer.
Go Blues.
Hey, bro. See you, mate.
Love it. I love it. Okay, we've got 3 more and then we're going to wrap up for the night. Let's go. Toby. Hey, mate.
Hey, Tez. How are you, Matt?
Yeah, I'm good. And you?
I'm very good, Matt. I'm very happy with what I'm seeing. What I saw last week, I'm impressed with the way we're moving the ball. And I agree with Paulo, Jagger Smith. Oh, what a talent that young man is. He reminds me, Tez, and I've thought about it during the week. He reminds me of Brett Rutten. He's very smart and knows how to, with his handballs, knows how to hit a target beautifully. And he just lowers his eyes beautifully. That is, if you can do that, hello. We've got a player who will be with us. And, Terry, I'm happy that Sam Walsh re-signed. That is absolutely brilliant. Thank you, Walshy. As a Carlton fan, when I saw that yesterday and your video on it, I was like, now I'm starting to get the insidedness about the Blues. And, mate, to be honest, I'm really starting to think positive about us for this season.
Okay.
Like a couple of weeks ago, I thought, maybe, 14th to 11th, but I'm now starting to think, okay, can we maybe push for a wild card spot? Like, what are your thoughts, Tez? What do you think?
Honestly, my commitment to this year, this is how I'm approaching it. I'm not telling you how to approach it. I honestly do not want to think too far ahead because I think it just saps the joy. I think a lot of the time I've been caught up in, we look like a top 4 team. We look like a bottom 4 team. Like, honestly, I just want to enjoy the football again. It was dreadful last year, and I just want to enjoy every little moment along the way. And I expect us to be better than last year. I think we'll be a better team, and whatever that looks like is what it looks like. And if it happens, then great, we keep going. And if it doesn't happen, then we make more changes. But yeah, I just don't get caught up in, are we 10th, are we 6th, are we 8th, are we 7th, like whatever.
Yeah, just let the boys play and whatever happens will happen, I guess.
Yeah.
Yep.
So it's good, mate. It's good. We're gonna be back to regular programming next week. Fan cams will be, I'll be in Sydney, so I'll be doing fan cams from my accommodation. But yeah, mate, I'm excited to have you back and excited to welcome season 2026.
And Tez, you might, I'll let most of you know, I got a 3-game membership, so you might see me at a game this year.
Well, if you got a 3-game membership, that means you got 6 games. Is that right?
No, I've only got 3. So I've
Okay.
got to choose 3 that I can go to.
Right.
But I've seen most of our games are on like a Sunday. So I might, weeks that I don't play footy, I might surprise a couple of people. And if you guys see a face that you might recognize on here, don't be afraid to come up to me because I would love to meet you guys. And it would be a way that I could kind of say thank you for you guys letting me on this channel. Because, I've said this before, I love it. And I think we're really building something here and I love being a part of it. And a lot of my friends are loving the channels as well. And it's, this is, footy means so much to a lot of us. And I love being a passionate Carlton supporter and a passionate Carlton supporter who has an intellectual disability, but proud and passionate. And the way I've come on here over the last couple of years and had a talk with you, I think it's really helping me in other parts of my life. So I've had a really good day today, and a really good positive day, and got myself a volunteer job through my local council. So I'm kind of proud of myself.
Mate, we're proud of you as well. That's incredible news.
So I'm heading in the right direction where I want to be and how I want to inspire people that have got an intellectual disability to give, don't give up on yourself. Like, I've won 2 footy premierships. If I can do that, then if I can help people set up a team in this community that I live in, I'd be happy to do it.
Yeah, mate, I can see the evolution of you. You've been, like you said, you've been coming on for years. It's really cool to see from when you first called in years ago to today, and long may it continue, mate.
Oh, Matt, I'll be here many more times throughout this season, Matt, because I'm excited. So this is not the last time you're going to see me, Matt.
All right, well,
I'm
mate,
back.
buckle up. See you next Thursday night against
bucking
the
up.
Swans when we've beaten the Swans, mate. Come on.
Oh, mate, yes, Terry, be loud and proud over there next week, Matt, because I'll be watching it from my beloved home here, and I want to hear all the Carlton fans and get stuck into Kerno. Get stuck into him.
We will. Don't worry.
It'd be great to see it. All right, mate. Enjoy it.
All right. See you, Toby.
And up the baggers in 2026. Let's go, Blue Boys. Woo!
Love your work, Toby. Absolutely love your work. All right, 2 more. Kano, then Lewis. Kano.
Hey, you going, Taz?
Mate, I'm good. How you going? Well, you got the beard. It's fully formed now. Jeez.
Yeah, well, to shave it, so I thought about to start it, shaving it, opening round, so get a fresh cut of then.
Yeah. Hey, what'd you think of tonight, and what have you thought of Carlton's preseason?
I think it's just great to see this new game plan that Rossi's brought to the boys this season. I've really enjoyed that we're not bombing the ball into the forward line anymore.
Yeah.
Actually looking for targets and we're looking for some leads, and I think that's really helping our scoring out. And I think Harry's taken up a leadership role in the forward line, I think, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
No, it's good. It's good. I was saying earlier, I'm glad to see that Harry didn't have to kick 3 or 4 goals for this forward line to function. Harry will get those games where he dominates on the scoreboard. I think it's just pleasing to see such a team performance, such an even spread.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I've just been thinking about this all night as well, and because you've brought it up before as well. Does tonight tell you who is the number one ruckman? Pitnet or Reedy?
I've always thought it was Pitto, and I still think it's Pitto.
Okay, and then do we play both in the opening round game, or do we just play the one and then? What do you think?
I don't know. I wouldn't mind having a look at it. I think there'll be games where you can play them both. I don't know if you rely on it. I think previously in the past, we've got sucked into that conversation. Do we play two? Do we play one? And we forget that footy's weird, and one week you might need to, and the next week you might not need to. So I think it's an option. I don't think we definitely play two or we definitely play one. I think sometimes we might need to play two, and sometimes we might need to play one.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I really liked what Ollie Hollands has been doing on the wing. I've got to say as well. I think last year he was definitely played out of position on the half back line.
Yeah.
The wing side role was definitely his spot, and I loved Elijah Hollands tonight and Wayne Jackson. They have definitely earned their spot.
Yeah. No, I'm happy for both of them. I'm happy for them both to feel comfortable within themselves. I'm just looking here. There's a little post-match interview with Ollie Hollands, which I'll play a little later. But look, man, it's a good start. But that's all it is. We've got to carry the momentum into opening round and see if we can go from there.
Exactly. Oh, just like a question. Was there any word on Billy Wilson at the VFL today? Because I was wondering, he didn't play in the squad and he wasn't in the ones tonight. So
I was at the VFL today. He did not play, and neither did Blake Acres. I spoke to somebody who said that they saw him in the gym on Monday. I think he's a little sore. I don't know if it's an actual injury or if they're just obviously he wasn't fit enough to play VFL or AFL. But he didn't play today. Neither did Blake Acres. But Blake Acres was in the gym. Chera was in the gym. Haynes was in the gym. And we'll just wait and see. I think we'll get an update on Tuesday.
Cool, sweet.
Yep.
Cool. All
right,
right,
mate.
I'll leave you and have a good trip to Sydney and let's beat the Swans.
Absolutely. Hey, see you in Perth this year. I'm coming. First time.
Oh, sweet. I'll have to catch up to you. And I'm coming to Melbourne for the Carlton Geelong game in round 12. So
excellent. See you there.
I'll see you later.
All right, Kano.
All right, keep safe. Go Blues.
Hey, mate. Go Blues. All right, lucky last, and then we will watch the Ollie Hollands video. Lewis.
Sorry, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Bring us home, mate.
Oh my god. Let's get a grand final tickets right now.
Just relax, man. Oh my god.
I'm joking around. Calm down, man. I was joking around. Seriously.
No,
honestly.
I know.
Why would I say that? It's the start of the season. It's pre-season. God's sake. Oh my god.
I know. It's good fun.
No, it's fun. It's fun. I think everyone has been saying, like, what I'm gonna say now. The transitioning of the ball was incredible. We kicked 8 goals, 0 behinds from halfback. Just absolutely incredible. I like the fact that when we get the ball, we're just straight away going. Like we don't stop anymore. We just get and go. Use the overlap, mark and handball. That is like what the modern game is about. Jagger Smith, man. Oh my god, man. I'm telling you. Hey, wait, hold up. He's going to win this soon. In the upcoming years, he's going to win this soon, I'm telling you. In the next, few years, not now, I'm not going to say this year. I'm going to give him some, some probably less pressure on him. But in the next few years, I'm telling you, big core, he's going to win the Brown this year. He's going to win the Brown, in the next few years, I'm telling you.
He's got Welsh. You know the thing about Jagger as well, he's obviously got so many more levels to go.
Oh my god!
I think one of his greatest skills. He's just got that ability to know where the ball's going to be.
Like
Players either have that instinct or they don't, and he has it.
Like I've always said about him, I've said this before when he played against St Kilda last year. I've always said that when you have a player like him, he doesn't need to work hard like other players do. He's just naturally gifted. It's hard to find players that are naturally gifted and that get it straight away just like that. Yet you have players that have to work hard, develop in 2 to 3 years to find their form. The fact that he has come straight away and created impact because of what he can do with the ball and how he moves is just incredible. I didn't know about John Welsh was talking crap about Sam Welsh.
This fucking guy,
I didn't freaking know about that.
This guy really pissed me off tonight because I know deep down he likes to poke at. I know it. I can't prove it, but I just know it. He waits for his opportunity to go at Carlton.
Yeah, he always does it. He doesn't only do it to Carlton. He does it to everyone. He does it to every team. I think so much did have me worried a bit. I was like, oh shit. Honestly, seriously, he's done an 8-year deal now to go through this, but then he kept playing, and I was very impressed, the way he played. I loved his goal. That goal was just really fantastic, and I love the fact that boys got around him. So I really was happy with George Hewitt with his ball winning. Very impressed with the midfielders and the small forwards kicking goals. I know how Mackay did not kick any goals today, but when I was watching a video when he was mic'd up and the way he communicates with the forwards and tells the forwards where to go, I feel like he's becoming a leader in the forward line. He's the one that's organizing where the players should go, where the small forwards should be, and that's what I really am glad to see another area in his game. Elijah Hollands, I was very happy with him playing different roles and playing great football. I've been saying that he deserves a second chance, and I'm hoping that he plays well this year because I'm hoping that he can turn it around. It'll be a great story for him. Pyramid in the Rock was just magnificent. I never seen, like you said, I've never seen him much more much fitter, and his body is just absolutely probably in the best condition in his career. And Reedy, he has did some good things as well. He's got that big body, you could be intimidated by him. I've got a question. Due to the new ruck rule and all that, should we play 2 rucks in round 0 now this season, or should we just play with more speed?
I don't know. Honestly, don't know. I just said it before to Kano. I think some games we'll need to play 2 of them. I think some games we'll need to play 1 of them. It just depends.
Yeah.
I'm happy for the.
Yeah, true.
To decide on that.
Yeah. Angel did some good things. Very impressed with that kick inside 450. Looked more flatter. Felt like it has improved. I really thought that instead of just bombing it long, we were able to try to lower our eyes, find targets inside 50. And I was very happy with the fact that we just didn't go to Harry Mackay. We looked for other options.
Mm-hmm.
Dirksen, I'm saying it right now, mate. Dirksen needs to play openings round. I'm telling you, he's a gun. I love the way he plays. The fact that he was just reading the ball, oh my goodness. And Harry Dean, man, I'm telling you right now, he plays.
Yeah.
He reminds me of, I never saw his dad play in real life. I never saw him visually play. But I can just tell he plays like his dad. He moves like his dad. And he contests so hard like his freaking dad. No, I'm telling you. He's like...
I also didn't watch his dad play. I don't have memories of his dad playing, but sure, I agree.
Oh my God. I'm telling you right now, I'm looking forward to seeing him play in the next years to come, man. He's going to be such a great player. Frank the Tank, mate. I'm telling you, I fucking love this guy. Yeah. You remember last year? I used to say Delist that piece of crap right now, but now I'm praising him like he is like the next Messiah. Like he's like the freaking. Oh my god! I mean, unfortunately, he didn't kick any goals, but you know, at least he still got involved. Ollie Hollins was great, like everyone said. Tell the Burn, I'm telling you. Burn, baby, Burn is going to be our Nick Watson this year. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
And then
Anyway, Lewis.
Just to I'm going to say this. Overall, great preseason. Way to build confidence. No injuries. Finn Young kicked 4 goals. Fuck now. Probably get him in instead of Fogarty. And yeah, I'm going to do this every single time now. I'm going to give the games a rating and how the teams have performed. So this is going to be now the overall rating for me in the preseason. And I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10. There you go. And Terry, you look tired.
I am tired. It's time to wrap up. Sorry.
I finished it off on a high note, just to give the team a rating.
Thanks, man. Thanks for calling in. You have a good night, man.
Oh, yeah, you too, man. And I can't wait to fucking beat those fucking Swans and get Charlie Curnow to regret ever leaving us. I fucking loser. Anyway.
See you, mate.
Bye, go Blues.
Okay. Awesome. All right. 2 things. I'm going to share the team stats for the night, and then we're going to watch the Ollie Hollins clip, and then we're going to wrap it up because it's midnight and it's Thursday. This is what it looks like here. First thing I noticed straight away, disposal efficiency. That's very un-Geelong-like, and that is very un-Carlton-like for what we're used to. And I think this will tell a bit of a story as well. Efficiency inside 50. Yeah. Bit of an even battle in the clearances, even though we did win a lot of the hitouts. Tom Hawkins made a very interesting observation during the game tonight where he was talking about, you know, if you want to stop Geelong, you need to win the uncontested possession battle and you need to take a lot of uncontested marks and use the width of the ground and don't allow Geelong to be so direct and quick with their ball movement, which he was remarking how Carlton had done that. So there you go, the marks. Marks inside 50, contested marks. I tell you who I was really impressed with. I mean, he played for Geelong. Connor O'Sullivan. I think that's his name. Is it O'Sullivan or is it just Connor Sullivan? Yeah, Connor O'Sullivan. Stats weren't amazing on surface level, but I really liked some of the things he did. Yeah, Carlton's tackling pressure was there. There you go. We talked about the defensive intensity. Yeah, Carlton's was right up there. So there you go. All right, let's have a look. Ollie Hollins had this to say.
Ollie, that's an official wrap on pre-season, mate. 15-point win over Geelong. What was the summation of that one?
Yeah, it was great. It's nice to finally finish out a great pre-season that it's been. And to do it the way we did was great. So obviously we got a short turnaround to opening round. So yeah, great way to come into the season, having 2 wins and feeling like we're all gelling really well together.
The result was nice, but I guess what were the focuses coming into tonight? Do you feel like the boys managed to tick that off?
Yeah, I think the main focuses were just around us playing your role, getting to understand what we've been going after this preseason around our offense and our defense. And I feel like we were really able to show that tonight. It was a great way to, we started really well, which is what we're going after, playing against a really quality opposition. So yeah, and I feel like all aspects of what we were chasing at the start of the game, we managed to nail.
we don't get the chance very often to do it, but what does it mean to play a game out on Icon Park as well? I know it's a practice match, but it must be nice out there.
Yeah, it was great. And especially to play under the lights as well. So, yeah, it's always special, obviously, with the history of our footy club, this being a ground that a lot of football was played at. So to be able to play here, yeah, it was great. And we had a great turnout through all our fans as well.
I know it's really fresh, but who impressed you out there tonight when you were out there?
There was lots, for sure. I really love what we're able to do inside. Walshy being super dynamic, Cripper's strength, George's strength, Jagger being able to go inside out, having big Lamb Reedy in there gives you a lot of confidence out there on the field. So there are far too many to be able to name, but yeah, I'd say the whole midfield line group for sure.
Bit of a closer look for you for a midfield line group as well. Bit more time back on the wing. Can we expect that more in 2026?
Yeah, I think so. Getting to be able to play multiple roles is something I want to go after and something I want to chase individually. Gives Vossi some flexibility, and then also from my own game, being able to play multiple roles is something I want to go after. And yeah, it was nice to be able to get there out there on the wing and run around and hopefully tick a few more Ks over. But yeah, I think for me this year might look like playing a few roles throughout the season.
Sam Walsh just walked in the background there, mate. You mentioned that you've watched him ever since you were a junior, hoping to make out your AFL career. What's it mean to the playing group to have him re-signed for the next 8 years?
Yeah, for one, I think it just shows the character he is. Clearly loyal to the Blue Baggers, and he expressed that during the week. And yeah, we're so fortunate to be able to have him. He's a great leader, and he showed that tonight for sure. And yeah, we're very lucky to have him.
Not the only exciting news on the signing front this week, Wade Dirksen as well as your brother. What was the emotions like for you on Monday when you found out that Lige would be continuing on at Icon Park?
Yeah, super special. Yeah, this is like I've touched on before, these are the reasons why you want to play footy, and I'm one of very few that get to be able to play with their brother. So for Elijah to be able to continue on with pursuing his dream with footy, and he's super committed to the footy club, and this is where he wanted to be. He didn't want to go anywhere else, and he just wanted to get back to working hard and put his best foot forward, and he managed to do that throughout the preseason. So for me, I'm just incredibly proud of him, and to be able to continue on our journey together is something I'm really happy about.
8 days' time, mate. It was a step up tonight, but how excited are you for that season opener against the Swans?
Yeah, very. The Swans have had the wood over us over the last few years. So we're super hungry to be able to get up there and kickstart our season in a good way. So yeah, what a great way to start the season. Opening round, first game of the year. So super excited to get up there.
Thanks, Dutch.
I love this kid, man. I love him. He's got Cade Simpson energy about him. Like, he'll be there for the long haul. And I look forward to the day that everyone starts seeing him in that light. He just does all the things. I think he would be a joy to coach. Like, if you are Michael Voss, or if you're an assistant coach and you're coaching Ollie Hollands, like when you go to training, you see him do those little things, like he'll handball and then he'll shepherd. Like he doesn't forget to shepherd. Like sometimes you get lazy at training, you don't shepherd, and then you call the boys in, you're like, all right, boys, do the team thing. Like yeah. I love Ollie. I hope he has a ripping year because he deserves it. All right. When's the last time fan cams was positive? And I mean genuinely feel good positive. Shit. Whatever, it was practice match. Anyway, guys, we are ready for the season now. So good. So good. So good. We've made it. We've got 8 days. We get a big rest. Sunday is family day, open training, and there'll be family day. So that'll be a big hoo-ha. And then, oh my goodness, if we're going to Sydney, we get to have our say as a fan base. Those of us who are traveling down, we're literally going to look him in the eye and tell him exactly what we think of him. It's so good, man. Karma's going to hit. It's going to be great. The theater of it is going to be great, and the entertainment is going to be great. And somebody messaged me earlier today, and they basically have 2 tickets to the game in Sydney So I'm just letting you all know now, if you're watching this right now, it's midnight, you want a little reward, I will be giving 2 tickets away to the game next Thursday in Sydney. Obviously, you need to be either in Sydney or willing to go to Sydney. So if you're still after 2 tickets, please just stay tuned. I will be giving them away probably on Monday. Yeah, I guess the Blue Abroad show. So I will be doing that. Wow. All right. That's that. Okay. If you would like to watch something before you go to sleep, I took proper highlights of the VFL today. Well, actually, no. I took proper highlights of mostly Nick Newman. I did a reserves report. So that's the link to it there. If you want to watch something after this. And also, thank you so much for those of you who have signed up to the membership in the last 2 weeks. Like, there's been a bit of an influx of you. Like, thank you. I can tell people are getting excited for the season. Thanks for signing up. Thanks for being a part of it. And if you'd like to join the Blue Abroad membership, I think the biggest addition this year will be the in-person event. So we obviously just had season launch. So members will get discounted tickets. Going to do pre-game functions this year. I'll let you know when they're happening. End of year event as well. So a lot more in-person events and a lot more value to be added and discounts to be added for the members, as well as free entry to all the giveaways and ultimately just supporting the channel. That's really what it's all about. So if you want to get behind the channel in 2026, please do, if you can, obviously, if you have the means to do it. If you don't, and you just watch the videos and you like them and you are subscribed to the channel, that is absolutely enough support as well. So it's only for those who are interested. But thank you very much for tuning in. See you tomorrow for the review. It's 12:20 a.m. What are we doing? All right. Good night. Go Blues.